I grew up hearing the terms like, you look like a man, you are ugly, I can never be friends with you. These are terms that really shaped the way I grew up as a young girl. It hurt so bad when I was young. I was also compared to my siblings, like there was so much comparison. I'll be playing in school and someone would be comparing me to one of my sisters, and they would say I am far off in looks. And that would hurt so much. I developed self-image issues. I changed. I think that didn't bother me. I started spending hours in the mirror looking at myself and thinking, what is wrong? Why do I piss people off so badly? Why do people feel the need of reminding me I look terrible all the time? Somehow it bothered people and I didn't know why. I would try as much as possible to forget about it. I was young. A young child doesn't bother so much, so I would go again, try again the next day, play, and then they bring the same stuff up. I was hurt. And as this went on and on repeatedly, I chose to protect myself from the hurt. I became a girl who loves books. When people were going out for breaks, I would remain in class and read and read and read. It gave me some kind of distraction, and I didn't have to work so hard to make friends, because it was every time I was feeling like I had to please people so much, or to befriend people so much, to be their friend, and it didn't go well with me. And this is why I still have a fight with God, because most of the things in my life feel like I have to, even him, like I have to beg him so much for him to do something for me, and I'm annoyed. And life is annoying, and that's why I keep saying on this channel, if you are following my Saudi healing journey, I battle with thoughts of suicide. Because sometimes life gets so hard, I feel like I'm trying too hard, and I wonder, what was God's plan? Kwani alikuwa na plan gani? Mbona nina soothe life hivi? Why do I have like to really be nice to life, and the life is being so nasty to me? Why I feel like I have to work so hard for me to just get things that people just get because they look good? So I have had self-image issues. And armed with this, as I grew up as a person, I did not feel like I deserved things. So when I was dating, I made bad decisions when dating. I would allow people somehow to get away with so much because I didn't feel like I was good enough to tell them they're treating me awfully. I was like, oh, it is even like a favor they're doing me by being in a relationship with me. And this is wrong. When you feel like someone is doing you a favor in a relationship, most ladies, I don't know why insecurity affects most ladies in this matter. I think anything to do with looks affects a lady more than a man. I don't know. Yeah. It is us ladies who have to apply makeup. It is us ladies who have to wear heels to be liked. It is us ladies who have to dress a particular way to attract men. It is us ladies who have the burden of pleasing the men. And I reached at a point where I said, to hell with men, because I was working way too hard because of them. Look a particular way to be liked. And even as I was trying so many things, even as I worked so much, even on the way I dressed, on the way I looked, I even learned how to apply some makeup, which I do, and you do feel good when you're on makeup, because even for me, as I grew up, I would read something, I would hear a comment, I would meet people that would gradually change and heal a part of that hurt girl, and I'm still in that process. So why I went to Saudi, I learned, and very painfully, is because of a person that was so toxic I loved in my process of getting better. I did not realize it, but now as I analyze that relationship, I was in love with a delusional person who had an idea of me in his head, and he stuck with this idea. And this person is translated to be a very powerful spirit that drives life in Saudi. Here we are. Now I realize it's the reason why I can't seem to get ahead in life. Because if I'm not desperate, and I'm a very independent girl, I have always loved independent because I grew up thinking, me, Beth, with my looks, I cannot depend on men to save me. I have to be very hardworking. I have to have something for me because, as you all know, men like good things. So I'm an independent Jackie, and someone denying me these Saudis, someone denying me what I have worked hard for, it is very painful. It is very painful. So as I heal from Saudi journey, I'm back in a place where I see this person's face. Everybody I meet has this person's face. And this person hurt me really bad. Left me with forever wounds and some phobia that I may have forever in all my relationships. So this person's face shows up everywhere. This person's name, I meet people who have the same name as he had, and it's annoying and irritating. And you can imagine that I'm being disturbed because I'm telling you guys my life is under such high disturbance and interference because of a person, and I'm wondering, kwani huyu mtu akona hizi connections zote mpaka binguni? Si hata mimi ni connective ni disrupt, hata mimi disrupt maisha yake. It is annoying. Honestly, I feel annoyed that my life can be halted and disturbed so highly because of a single man. One toxic, delusional man. I realize even the idea he has of me is he didn't also take time to know me. How he presents me or he wants me to present myself is so different from who I am. I'm honestly offended that one bad relationship is becoming the pain of my life. It is the sole reason I went to Saudi. It is very painful for me. It's such a bad... I tell you guys, since I came back from Saudi, I get messages, spiritual messages. I told you Saudi is a spiritual place. I can understand why I didn't get that job. Because someone who is a man, I was supposed to admire a person. A man got that position for me to admire him so that I could befriend him. He would look more presentable to me. I'm just telling God, if you wanted women to be less, we wouldn't go to the same schools and compete with the same men in the same classroom. If we are sitting in the same classroom and I'm better than you, then I'm better than you. Allow me be. If you wanted a different outcome, you would have organized a different strategy. I feel like life inaninyima kila kitu. And that's how I struggle sometimes, guys, with motivation of facing life. Like today I have slept, and this interference, like sometimes I'm sleep deprived. And I know tuwa tunakosa usingizi as human beings, but mine imeenda too much. I can even go for a whole week without closing this eye of mine. Alafu unasikia mtu amepita hapo kwa ploti akisema, doge kama we. Doge kama, people are even giving comments, so I'm feeling irritated. As I'm struggling to bring Beth back from Saudi, people are giving so much comments and making my heart black. Kojiya goro. So anyway, I am recording this video to say that I am suffering from pain of knowing I'm suffering because of a man. A man I tried to get out of my life because he was not good for me, and he was intentionally hurting me. He knew what he was doing. A man that would cheat to test my love for him. That he would cheat on me, uone kanta kusamehea ndio ni prove I love you. Girls, have you ever met this kind of men? These delusional, narcissistic people. Kama unajua na tunapelekana, si unipende zaidi kidogo, unipeleke out ndio hata kama sikuwa ninakupenda sana, nianze kukupenda zaidi. Sasa ukicheat na ninakupenda kidogo, si unaona umeharibu chance. It's your fault. Your delusion is your responsibility. Let me stop suffering for someone else's delusion. I'm under pain, and the pain I am going through is because I know too much about my life. I know the plans that were there for my life, and I was even supposed to die. I have faced death, so I'm dealing with coming to terms with a lot of things. Just saying, kama Mungu alikuwa ameona sifai kuishi tena, sasa ninadu nini hapa? It is such, the first time if before you told me God speaks, ningekudoubt. I do speak with God on a daily, through my mind. Like the way I told you, I see so much responses to the way I'm thinking in the outside. The first time God spoke, he was telling me to die. I don't know how you'd expect, but it was so disappointing to me. The first time I heard the voice of God, he was telling me to die. I'm still struggling to recover from it. I am so disappointed that force I had been praying to day and night to make my life right, because as you follow my story, I'm saying it is. My story is a journey of self-image, toughness, and lack of opportunities. Like everything I work for ends or does not succeed. And it's such a painful journey, because I have worked, I'm diligent, I know, I try to research on things to make sure I can succeed, and nothing happens. Like I said, if in one of my videos on TikTok, I said that there's even a family member in their talks who was saying that I will never succeed if God has not decided. So I'm here every day as I'm in my room, I'm wondering, why doesn't God want me to succeed? Why would God make me, and he knows me so well, and then just make everything so hard for me intentionally? Yes, I'm fighting with God. Because the first time he spoke to me when he wanted to kill me. And my soul almost left my body, and I was not even sick. And it's such a bad feeling that I experience almost on a daily. So I feel like someone is terrorizing me or traumatizing me and instilling fear of me in me, so that I can make my decision on marriage. And get this, I am not against marriage. I have tried. It's people who I go into relationships with that I feel like we are not in alignment in terms of relationship goals. And I don't know about you as a woman or as a man, but me, I have what I'm looking for. So if someone is not in alignment, until I get someone who is in alignment with my life purpose, my life goals, and also who treats me like the way I'm supposed to be treated, not like I don't deserve love, like I should beg for love, then I'm not getting married. Nobody is going to traumatize me or terrorize me into... I would rather die, guys. I keep telling you. And these things I'm talking about, death, it's not a joke. It is something I experience on a daily. I'm an intelligent girl. So when I'm saying death, I have almost experienced it. So this is the process of me painfully coming to terms with some facts that are so hard on my life, and knowing that these stuff were planned by God himself. It is such a painful journey I'm walking. And I'm glad that I even have healed so much to be able to show myself off, to be able to say something, to be able to talk. And I hope I shall continue healing and get back my motivation to facing life with joy and vigor like it was before. It is a bit tough for me knowing that person I had been praying to was intentionally making my life difficult. Knowing so much about the way heaven works, it is very disappointing. It is very disappointing to know God can be biased. Imagine that. Do you know God can be biased, my good people? He had even his favorites. People like Akina David Solomon, they'd get away with so much, and some people do one single mistake and they are dead. Yes, God is biased. So, ole wako kama uko kwa bad side ya Mungu. And that's how I feel. And I'm wondering, what can I do to get to your good side, God? It is a painful existence for me, knowing that God speaking the first time, and he was so rude to me. He is always rude to me, and I'm like, okay, I'm lost. I am so lost. Um, I recently started this journey of photography, and I have taken a few pictures that I'm going to attach of some of the things that I have always avoided in life, like pain, fearing death, things that I have had to come face to face with, and now I am so fearless. I am so emotionless. Because in 2022, the spiritual battle I was taken to when I came back from Saudi left me emotionless. Every fear I have ever had as a human being in this earth, I faced. And as I battled with all of that, sometimes I feel emotionless or numb. And things are so strange because I keep saying there are things I keep seeing that I didn't see before. I hear things that I never used to hear before, and life has become a bit tough. Because I feel like people are commenting. Even when I walk, someone is commenting. When I do something, someone is commenting. It's so irritating and annoying. And also, I can get the premonition of what could happen in the future. And well, it's a battle I'm having. Sometimes when I see what could happen in the future, I feel hopeless. But here I am trying to live, because I am not strong enough to end my own life. I would have done so, by the way. I keep saying that I battle with suicidal thoughts. But hey, this is my painful journey. I'm going through it. No matter how painful some of the realizations are. And one of the life lessons I'm learning in life is life is a school, and some lessons are so tough. So tough. But we ace school, I'm also willing and hoping that I hold on until I ace life. And I can't wait to see this season of my life over, and I move to another one that probably, hopefully, I'll get happier and I'll feel something in my heart. Because as I'm even sharing this, nowadays I feel so emotionless. It is very hard to get an emotion from me. I was tortured, I was traumatized, and overcoming all that has left me emotionless. So I will share some of the pictures of people letting go of a loved one. And I was thinking maybe it's time I let go of all this hurt that has come to me, because I'm not the first one. Many people have self-image issues, but we are here, they are doing things. So I'm also determined to let go of all those hurts. And no matter how painful they are, and go through the process. It doesn't matter if I shout now, I don't care. I'm allowing myself to feel pain and not to be so numb. And I think I'll be making a lot of noise here on the internet. Do have a wonderful time.